Greetings, loyal listeners. This is the Manic Gamer, episode 3, and still in the air, due in no small part to our broadcast range being limited to 10 feet. Why don't they just give me 2 fucking paper cups and some string, for Christ's sakes? Nonetheless, I salute you for tuning in to the magic of Radio Free Librica. It's actually a special day, celebrating the birth of our most famed game designer, Josef Sporn, creator of the 1982 classic, Menuskna Praktiko Vatsaveresken? Gameplay involves searching for bread to feed your family while confronting existential questions around each new corner. Alright, it was fucking terrible, but the third stage boss battle was unreal. Wait, what? Who the hell wrote this? Fuck this, writer's strike?
Gonna get the girl, gonna kill the baddies, and save the entire planet. Gonna get the girl, gonna kill the baddies, and save the entire planet.
Welcome back, listeners, and what a day to tune into, as I prove this show does indeed have a broader perspective than some have suggested, bringing you the latest from the summit of psychiatrists concluding today in Geneva. And though they could not determine what was wrong with themselves, they have decided that there are 3 crucial events that structure human life. Let's get to it. The first time you ever got laid. The first time you realized you didn't need someone else to get laid. And the first time you ever directly confronted villainy. Safely assuming you have a handle on at least one of the first 2, let's move directly to number 3. Yes, it's all about the baddies today, because you developers are not paying attention. What good does it do me to level up only to confront your paper-cut villains? Though I will excuse Guitar Hero as the only game clever enough to make me my own worst enemy, and though I have strived to present you with those truly deserving of their infamy not everyone can make the cut, honorable mentions go to the Purple Tentacle, whose career was cut tragically short when George Lucas began listening exclusively to the magic gnome living on his shoulder. Further nods go out to the Captain Choo-Choo Rocket and Stalin. Sorry, but you just weren't evil enough. But don't let that fool you, listeners, because that cat is fucking sinister! God, I hate him! First up on our list, the Umbrella Corporation. And before you start throwing broken junk at me, stop! Yes, some have questioned the literary merit of the Resident Evil series and suggested Umbrella is cartoonish fantasy, but I counter that! I mean, doesn't criticizing Resident Evil's storyline rank on the challenge scale, somewhere within range of the DeVry entrance examinations? And let's not forget that such thoughtless criticisms only hurt hardworking writers who are then forced to use pseudonyms to shield themselves from these attacks. Sure, Umbrella continually unleashes deadly viruses on the population and uses private armies to cover up the truth, but can't we relate to that? Is it really a stretch of the imagination to envision a company that repeatedly fucks up? That the consumer could be fucked by that corporation again and again until our very lives are threatened by its products? And if you don't buy any of that, then you just try to imagine Resident Evil if the Umbrella Corporation only did public good. I mean, that'd just make me as the player an asshole. More so than usual. You know where Umbrella should have built these facilities? Silent Hill. I mean, that would have just been perfect. Yes, Silent Hill, the town you may find a way to leave, but never leaves you. Damn, that's good. Why aren't I writing slogans? How evil is Silent Hill, you ask? If you took an Indian burial ground, burned a busload of witches over top of it, salted the ground with THQ games, and then screened every Lindsay Lohan movie on a constant loop, it'd be like a fucking picnic compared to Silent Hill. And as psychologically scarring as it is, it was nothing for those of us who grew up in a real small town, trapped there for years and years, watching people come and go while feeling my soul get stuck through a fucking straw. Take 2! Next up, Sephiroth. What did he ever do to me? How about kill the only woman I ever loved? Oh god, it's all coming back! Why, Square? Why? Oh, I just can't deal with this today. Take 3! Who's next? The Combine. Stormtroopers Thought Police thrown into a blender. Next! Although I do enjoy shooting them. Nah, even still. Next! Shodan. Who doesn't love a killer computer program that taunts you throughout the entire game and watches your every move? One has to wonder, with Bioshock only being a spiritual successor, if we'll ever see the likes of her again. What? I told you already, there's a writer's strike, alright? Ugh, next! Barely enough time to mention 90% of the cast from the Metal Gear Solid series. Not enough time to name them all. Oh god! So let's start with the best of the best and cover Psycho Mantis. I mean, the guy raped my memory card and taunted me about playing Castlevania. That's where I was when Kennedy got shot. Revolver Ocelot? Does this guy ever fucking die? Metal Gear Solid 4, it's on, man! Unless you own a 360, because it's never gonna happen. Please address all hate mail and letter bombs, care of the Manic Gamer, Bunker 17! Or, get a fucking sense of humor! Oh, Sniper Wolf, one day, baby. You and me. Loyal listeners, I can smell the toast burning, and that means our time has to be cut short. But rest assured that if I've forgotten to mention any characters you cherish, that it does not really matter. Seriously, this show has less subscribers than those cross-dressing Satanists. There might be something to that. It is time to say goodnight, but tune in next week when we tell you what corset stocking combinations are sure to impress the Dark Prince at your next summoning, and Pazuzu stops in to give us a sneak peek at his spring fashion don'ts. So don't you dare miss a single minute. Hail Satan!